I
Oh,
mean, it's a small kind of like scene in like LA hip hop, Orange County hip hop. So
yeah. It's funny too,
I'm
cause
sure you know him.
yeah, cause everybody, like, they think that LA is like this big giant place, and it's like no, it's just a small place with a bunch of people inside it. That's all it really
Yeah.
is, you know. But so I don't really have like an introduction for this podcast right here. This is something new.
What?
I'm very
Okay.
indecisive. So, but I do go by Tony Oddball. This is an odd conversation here with a very special guest.
And so,
hmm And shit. I mean, last time I met up with you, and it's also the last interview. And why not? It was 2017. Yeah, I remember that. And
yeah, it's been a minute, dude. 2017. That's like 3 years ago.
yeah, I mean, like, so I mean, within the last 3 years, is there any like big like different not differences, big like impactful things that happened? Like anything new?
Yeah, a lot of cool things and a lot of things that kind of like needed to happen for me to grow. But everything's been solid. I feel really happy. I feel very strong.
Mm-hmm.
I feel healthy. I'm grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just been trying to keep studying every day and trying to become a better person, better artist. Um, Everything's been cool. Kev's been really like helping me a lot with like graphic design work and getting that down. And I've been focusing a lot on my music and kind of like self managing myself. Kind of just having help with the circle, like Fourth Beats comes through, whether if it's for beats or for anything. But for the most part, we've been handling like a lot of the stuff in house now, and we just finished like a little tour as well. And actually we only went halfway because of this whole COVID-19 thing that's going on, but we did end up doing half of the Price Just Went Up tour with Bell the Wonder and Yoshi Vintage,
Mm-hmm.
and I was one of the artists on there as well. And we managed to go to New Mexico and Texas, and then after that we went to Seattle and our show got canceled. So I mean, shout out to the whole tour. Like we were all traveling while this whole thing was going on, and it was like it was like a shocker, but I wasn't scared. I was just very like observant of like everything unfolding. Like after the second state, like Texas and Seattle, we were just going to empty airports, like just like nobody was sitting next to me. I was having all three seats by myself. Like it was like a crazy cool like a vibe change, you know? Like the
Mm.
whole world was already changing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I've been to the store a couple times. I think like 2 or 3 times since the lockdown for at least LA kicked in. And man, I never felt so outcasted in my life. People look at me so like strange and creepy because I don't have a mask on or nothing. And
Yeah,
everybody else around me has that. I mean, I keep my hand sanitizer on me. It's kind of like a normal thing for me. So
yeah,
but it's just getting a little more infected nowadays. But I'm not really one to be too stressed on it. But I am trying to be cautious at the same time. You know.
yeah. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just been a lot of growth, a lot of progression. I see a lot of familiar faces that still support us, and then I see a lot of new faces. And I've just been putting out a lot of music, so it's been just constant uh, growth of trial and error and seeing what works, what doesn't, and it's been cool because I kind of just we're starting to just really know what we want out of this and just kind of like pushing out a lot of work right now, a lot of singles, a lot of videos. Obviously we can't do shows right now, but we have been just cranking out a lot of work, and then I still have a lot of work that I'm ready to just release one at a time.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'll tell you this much. I remember looking up the locally going collective's YouTube, and you are all over like that whole last year of like videos and singles released onto the YouTube.
It was all right. It was all right. I feel like we're double. I'm gonna try to double up this year, like double that. So
Hmm.
I mean, so far so good. We're on the right track, and now we're just gonna keep balancing out because we still have to take care of like our clothing brand as well, and take some time to pay attention to that. Um, we're kind of gonna hold off on low grown items, but we are gonna release like the first Endz collection that has like ever dropped. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like I kind of see something and I and I'm putting together that the whole collection, like the whole fit of like how it's gonna match from like head to toe. So I'm pretty excited about that too. To get into that stuff.
Definitely. So I mean, like, how is the state of like LGC? Is it still the same members in the group, or some people came and left and gone?
Like I still see them from time to time, but actively they're not actively making music right now. I'd say right now the ones that are the most active was just gonna be Fourth, Kev and I, and our boy Adam that actually just got like he's about to be released. Like he went to jail and shit, but it's us four right now, except and one of my boys is in jail, like I said. So
Wait, so who's Kev? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to keep up.
my Kev is our he's a co-founder, and then he's also does like a lot of graphic design, a lot of the creative directing, all the stuff like behind the scenes, like just always there, has his hands in it as well, and stuff. And then fourth, producer, and myself, like I freaking shoot, I write, I perform, I shoot, like I sometimes I direct my videos, getting into the clothing, marketing. So like we're all just like a team, and we're just passing the ball, making sure we're all kind of getting to that goal we want to get to,
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. You're probably like one of the hardest working ones I know personally, because you're always like on something new. You're not only just making a song and putting it out like every now and then. Like you're continuously working on music, but when you're not working on music, you're working on a video. Or if you're not doing those two, then you're actually on the road. You may be doing all three at the same time, but like I do admire the whole tour run that you do, and like the continuous like performances that you still present to give out.
Yeah. To be honest, it had been at least 2 years since we hit the road, and I was already missing it, but I was just saving. I was putting money aside for videos and for clothes, and sometimes it can't be all three, and everything has to be done in the perfect time, at the right timing. Not perfect, but at the right timing, so everything works out. Whether they're already rocking clothes, and then they're really hyped to see you live, so that they receive clothes before the shows, so they can wear it at the shows. So everything just needs to make sense, like it doesn't all have to be at the same time, like that. I just been learning how to just trust it and not really be so like over judging on it and like overthinking. It's just like, this is what I made, and this is what I can give you right now, and here you go. Like instead of being too like a perfectionist, holding on to it for too long, it becomes stale. I get over it. I don't want to put it out anymore. I just been practicing more. Create, here you go. Create, here you go. Like kind of just that's really what I've been trying to do right now.
Okay. And so how's the whole writing process for you when you create like your newer music as it is?
I just had an IG live like 3 days ago, and it was fun, dude. Like I wrote like 2 songs. It was fun because I had my supporters like choose the beat. We're all like listening to beats. I basically had like a studio session on live, like and everybody was throwing their inputs on like what beat I should use, and like who they hear on this beat, and stuff like that. So it was cool to start it, finish it, and have them still give feedback, and just tune in, tap in, and like hang out with them on the live, like kind of, since right now people are inside, it was cool to have everybody tapped in, listening, giving their opinions, and creating 2 songs together. So when I put them out, they're all gonna remember like, hey, like I was I was at the IG live when he wrote that. So it was cool. I was very happy about it.
Dang. So, what was going on when you kind of made that Spanish love song, Loquita?
To be honest, I wrote that song like a year ago.
Hmm.
I had it for a long time, and I wanted to sell it. I wanted to sell the song to like Osuna or like the Bad Bunnies and the J Balvins. I wanted to sell it, and I had recently wrote a song for this like 12-year-old famous YouTube kid. His name is Farhan. He goes he has like one of those like him and his family, they have like a huge TV show on YouTube. It's called The Royalty Family.
Hmm.
They're pretty big. They have a lot of like the elementary school, like middle school kids like on lock. Like I'm talking millions and millions of like views and subscribers. Like they're pretty good, and I'm very happy for them. And they happen to need a song. They wanted the 12. I think it was 9-year-old kid, not 12. I think he's 9 years old. He's never rapped before, and they hired me to basically write a song for this kid for his mom. So like I've written songs for my mom like all the time. So I took the job like no question, and I wrote it, and then I went to the studio and I showed him how to rap it. Basically like being like doing ghostwriting too. So just that's been one of my goals. So that's one of the reasons why like when I'm writing a lot of songs, like now I'm making either a decision like, do I want to keep this song for myself or do I want to have it in this catalog where people can buy my music like if they want to, you know.
Yeah.
So far none of it really has made sense to me, so I'd rather keep it. I want to be able to like accept that kid Farhan. Like right now, I think that video is like at 12 million views or something, and it's pretty crazy just to like know that I wrote that, you know, and for that audience to really love it, and like it's kind of like slowly manifesting everything that I've been wanting. Like I wanted to be a successful touring artist, and I'm still on my way to that. I wanted to be like I wanted to ghostwrite for other people, and I'm slowly doing that. I wanted to direct my own videos, and I've directed a few already. So just slowly, just kind of like trying everything and not really being afraid to like fail or any of that. Just do it, you know. Just try it, and see what happens, you know.
Yeah. See. Okay, so I did peep a lot of your music videos like prior to this. Once we kind of like locked in on this interview, so I did check out some of the newer stuff again, and I like the Need Some More track. That whole music video. It's making some numbers just from like how long it's been out for. Yeah, I dig it. You know what I mean? So how was it like putting that together?
It was cool because it was the first love song video that I was actually like very, very proud of, because before I started doing a lot of videos, I was very camera shy actually, and it's ironic because I'm always like thinking that hip hop has made me grown into somebody that like has faced a lot of their fears, because hip hop has like challenged me to get out of my comfort zone in like so many ways, and it's just been dope because it was just cool to have chemistry with that girl. Like, you know, shout out to Jessica. She like they're all like basically challenges, whether you have to have chemistry and on camera with this person or whatever the director's telling you to do, and you just kind of have to come through, whether if it's with the energy or with whatever they're asking of you, and you like try your hardest to deliver it. So I was very proud that the video came out good. It looked very fun. It looked very just natural. We were just chilling, laughing, just like if I wasn't shooting a video. Like it was like we were literally just like doing everything, but at the same time like ignoring the camera. So I was very proud of that video because it was very simple too. Like it was just in one location, but we used many different shots and many different angles. So shout out to director Victor because honestly, like him and I have just grown so much over the years, and we're just starting to build like a bigger, like even bigger chemistry just with everything that we've worked on already. You know, like the same director for Need Some More is the same director for 714. Like that's how long the consistency has been with Victor. So Victor is the man for sure.
Dang, man. All right. Well, shout out to them two right there. I know you said that you kind of like learned like hip hop kind of taught you how to, control things and break you out of your shell a little more. I mean, like, do you have any advice that you give out to others that are still like kind of like facing those type of challenges, whether it's like overthinking or like like insecurities or anything of the sort? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm still learning from it, but the most easiest and the most simplest form that I could put it is wherever the scary and the uncomfortable shit is, that's where you need to be, and that's where you need to kind of push yourself to be at, even though it's uncomfortable, because that's where all the amazing shit happens when you're not scared of the scary stuff, like the stuff that gets you uncomfortable. Like it's actually what you need. Like you need to be uncomfortable. Like you need to trust yourself, the journey, trust that you're here for a reason. Don't overdo it. Just do you. Just kind of like it's deeper than just like a little advice, but like in simplest form, that's like as easiest as I could put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
think
more
it's
like
perfectly
about
said.
so it's like a trust, a trust of self, a trust of your craft, and trust that your teammates are also gonna have your back. Your team and everything. It's like a trust circle.
Yeah, that's like one thing I did admire with the whole LGC stuff because I remember years ago I was like, dang, like I want to get in with these dudes. I want to try to like, like be a part of something right here because you guys are very strong when you guys are getting things together.
You never said any. Did you ever say something like
I
that?
mentioned it early on, but I think that was before we even had our first interview, and like I was like super like shy and like, just like overthinking so much. That's why I was like, even if I didn't even ask, I think it still like would have been the same reaction. Like, oh, so like, I don't
Man,
know, like you
to
don't
be
really know how it
honest,
comes to this
to
stuff.
be honest, if you ever want to have like a private convo and you have an idea and we could both benefit from it, then by all means, bro. Like, we want to do dope shit and we want to do it with dope people. So I mean, you've just been on your stuff. We've been on ours, but if there's something that presents itself and it's an opportunity for the both of us, then why not?
All right, cool.
So just keep it in mind.
Definitely, I'm definitely like thinking about some stuff now at this point. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Just at dinner, so I'm like a little backed up right now. Shit. But we're gonna switch it up real quick and bring up an artist that I've been wanting to interview for some time. Although like I still had to build up for it. Noah James. I know he's been like making some really big noise out here, and like he's getting recognition from so many different crowds. And he was even on like a 92.3 like interview as well. So
Yeah.
tell me like what's your like relationship with him and stuff, and see how like how you guys work together.
First of all, cheers to Noah James, man. That guy is really dope. I consider him like a big brother, and I've always told Noah that his way of seeing life is very inspiring, and like he knows that I appreciate him, and it's been always been a solid relationship with Noah, and I can definitely say like he's had an impact on my life, and we've been on tour, we've had many shows, and he's given me opportunities to rock like the Common Ground before like it was canceled, and everything that he's doing in the IE is like very dope. Just bringing the whole community together, and just it's very powerful, man. Like being able to just bring your city together and have them focus on what they love instead of the streets or some bullshit, and I feel like Noah has a lot of impact in the IE and that's very dope. You know, I feel like
Mm.
he's on his way to becoming like the Nipsey of his city. You know, so
Mm.
like not comparing it, but just in his own journey, like he's always about community, and that's very dope. Like that I think that's one of the reasons that we click, because like we're also always thinking about what could we do for others instead of like what could they do for us all the time. You know, it has to be a balance.
Mm.
So Noah's the shit, man, for real.
Definitely shit. Yeah, I mean, eventually I do want to try to get in contact with him, even to pretty much have so many questions. Sorry, man, this freaking dinner is still backing
I'm
up.
sure. I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
he's not unreachable. You know, like I'm sure you're gonna get it. Like
Yeah,
within.
one of these days for sure. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just here to show and improving, and then enough with just to talk about it, just walking the talk that I'm doing. So that's why I've been doing interviews pretty much every day since last Thursday, so almost a week now, or about a
That's
week.
dope.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
Chewy's really dope, man. I bring him up in almost every interview I've done so far, but yeah, Chewy's dope. You know.
Yeah. I just started really like getting more into the Triz and Chewy movement and stuff, and I
Yeah.
think they're dropping a project soon.
Mhm.
They're really dope too, man. Like some West Coast shit, some raw. Like they're dope.
Yeah, and
They're
it's
dope.
funny. Like Chewy even told me like, "Oh, hit up Triz. I'll tell him that you interviewed me. He'll fuck with you." And I'm like, "All right." And then yeah, it's kind of difficult to get a hold of him, but it's like it's cool. I'm not really tripping on it. I mean, I kind of understand anyway. That's like one thing I'm getting used to with this whole interviewing thing, But it's fine. Eventually it's gonna come up though. So that's
I
one thing
mean,
for sure.
yeah. In
Hmm.
anywhere, in anything, in like any market, like there's always gonna be a bunch of no's before you hear the yes. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
So, I have like a couple more questions, and then we're gonna dip out of here to where,
yeah.
um, I think I've never seen a thumbnail for a video you put up. I didn't see it yet. But, what, you almost died on tour?
Man, what was that? What time was that? There was a few.
Man, I believe
Wait,
so.
hold up,
Let me see.
Kev. What what was the episode of like me almost dying on tour? Was it the car swerving in on our way to Colorado? Okay. so so we were like we had just rocked Denver, Colorado, and my friends were being stubborn. Like we were all just like, yo, let's just go home. Like if Cali was around the corner, we were in fucking Denver, Colorado, and it's like, let's just go home right now. Like which was like 13 hours away. So we're
Yeah, sure. It's
fucking.
not a problem. Yeah, all right. That sounds amazing. Let's go.
We're like, oh, let's just go home. We're like, and we were just, and it was like four, my boy Adam and myself, and then like Adam drove a little bit and he got tired, so he's like, yo, it's like, what's up? Like help me out. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm like driving, and then I start falling asleep, and I eventually ended up kind of like closing my eyes, and then when I opened them, I was about to run into like this trailer, like a big car, like bigger than our little Honda and shit. And like I woke up in just enough time to swerve out of the way because I was going straight for it. Like I was straight gonna crash into this like mobile home, like this mobile home thing. And like I literally like I don't know. I just feel grateful that I woke up just in time to swerve out of the way, and then coming from Colorado, it's this big center divider of sand. Like it's like when you're coming from Vegas to Cali, and there's like sand in the middle of the highways.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this wide thing just separating like north and south type shit. And I basically did like a 360. It might have been a 540, bro, but luckily, like I didn't even hit anything. I literally just got out of the road and did like a 360 to 540. And I've never done that in my life, so I was just like waiting for the car to stop spinning, and I was just in the car like, oh fuck, like shit was crazy. Yeah, long story short, that shit was pretty nuts. But I mean,
like Fourth and everybody else in the car is like, what the fuck?
they were actually asleep, and I had to wake them up. Like, yo guys, I just 540 out of the freeway. You guys, we gotta figure this out.
They were knocked out throughout the whole thing.
They were knocked out throughout the whole thing. Like they
Wow.
didn't even know.
Okay, in their defense, I'm a heavy sleeper too, so I can't blame them.
Yeah, like it was fucked, bro, and then just like not wanting to stop at rest stops and shit, like them creepy ass rest stops, like at night and shit.
Yeah, so, some of them, yeah, they do look sketchy. Even daytime, they did look a little weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like honestly, I never really took like a big road trip, but Vegas is basically it. I've been to Arizona once, but that was just for like a funeral, and then we drove all the way
yeah.
back. So
I'm not a huge fan of like road trips if I have to drive.
I bet.
And like I just feel like, I mean, I don't know, I guess call me spoiled, but I just want to fly and get there, like sometimes 13 hours is not, it's not the business to be like in a car.
Yeah, exactly. Well, out about that, aside from California, what's like from your favorite places to go perform?
Um, I mean, right now it's not California, but my new favorite place to perform is New Mexico.
Okay, why is that?
They're just, I just feel like they're hungry for music, and they're not as spoiled as Cali. Like Cali, there's an artist left and right. Everybody wants to be an artist. So when you're performing, like you have to grind and earn your fans and get people to your shows because they're there for you. And like over there, it's like a little bit of both. Like they hear a hip hop artist is coming, and like they'll go to that bar or they'll go there just to like see what it's about. And for the Price Just Went Up tour, it was the homie Def I, which is like a local. He's like a local there, and
In New Mexico?
he's really really dope. He performed with a full live band with like a fucking cello, the bass, and the drums, and just on some like the roots. Like shout out Def I, like he's really dope. And then Bell the Wonder, Yoshi, and what's homie's name? Is it Third Eye? TR3. He's from like Atlanta, but he also performed. But anyway, New Mexico, they showed hella love from like crowd energy to like almost like clearing our merch table. Like they were just like, yo, what you got? Like, oh, that's okay. Like they made sure they got something. Like they were very supportive, and just the way that they appreciate music was just something that I was just like, wow, like this is cool. Like this is cool that I don't see this where I live, but I can leave and I can see it over here.
Yeah, I honestly believe it's like a thing where, people go to like a up and coming like artist show or like a local show, and then like they see like someone came from like another state over here. Now people are like, all right, now let's really, give this person a listen. Fuck, man, I'm not gonna lie, this dinner's gonna be the death of me. I'm not gonna do this ever again. So forgive me for burping so much. But yeah, no, I believe it too because I interviewed Freshie. Freshie's from Cleveland, and he ended up making his way out here to LA for a show. And so, we went, and the show got shut down because of Otto, which is another person I interviewed. I hate reverting back to people I interviewed before, but yeah, Otto's from Florida, and then he blew out the speakers at this event, and yeah, his vocals were really that high. So yeah, he ended up blowing it out, and yeah, the show got like shut down early. I think like after an hour, and then yeah, just interviewed Freshie, and either way, like these out of state dudes are like really out here to trying to like show up one another. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what like maybe like New Mexico and like Texas, Seattle people are thinking right now. Like, oh, this guy's from California out here. Oh, okay, so he must be making something out of himself. All right, let's hear what he has to say. And that's the way I feel.
Yeah.
Or you can also take the one take J route and pretty much like call out the whole entire New York City because they weren't fucking with the set, and then he went into the mosh pit and he was like, "Hey, I found out."
What you said? One take J?
Yeah, one take J. So I guess he was on tour with Shoreline, and people weren't like messing with the set. So he was like, "Look, I'm gonna jump in that mosh pit. If you guys aren't, if I come out without a single bruise or I'm not bleeding at all, y'all are pussy." and then he just jumps in the mosh pit and just starts like raging with everybody during the set. That one, I'm like, okay, that's a new way to get attention. That's actually really smart though. So
Yeah.
yeah, shout out One Take J on that one. That shit's crazy.
Shout out One Take J. Like I've seen him live a couple times. He's very good at what he does, and I fuck with it. Like it's fun, it's entertaining, and it gets the people going, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. And it's funny, even with the simple flow that he actually has punchlines with this whole thing.
Oh no, yeah,
it's crazy, yeah. Like he found a balance
for sure. I've seen him live a couple times, and or with like the homie Gabe C has shows in LA from time to time, and then he'll like ask me to swing through. Shout out to Gabe C. Like that dude. Like I just met him last year, but the way he's been grinding, his dedication, his passion, like those are the kind of people that I kind of like to associate myself with. People that are inspiring me to work harder, go harder. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And then with you putting like going on live, writing songs right there on the spot, and engaging with your viewers, that's actually really creative. I think people just kind of just like go on live, play music, and then they just ignore all the comments and just show that okay, I'm working. Where like you're really engaging at the same time.
To be honest, I think that should help me because whenever I'm by myself, like I kind of I overthink my shit sometimes, and then I'll be like, and then if I'm in the comments, it's like, yo, there's no time to think. You gotta just come up with a song right now, like. Boom, 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 here you go,
Yeah.
And like, the comments are there, and it was crazy because they would dip and then come back, and then dip and then come back, and then they were just kind of, like, giving me time to write, and then they would still come back to the chat, and then it was just cool to have everybody in there just kind of tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, yeah, so I have one more question before we head out of here, and, well, it's not really a question, just kind of like, giving like a statement where it's like, do you have like any like message you want to like send out to the youth at all, or like anybody just like in life, anything you would just like to say to the world?
I'm gonna just keep it super simple. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your culture, and remember that you're not only representing yourself, you're representing everybody in past generations and everything. So. Choose wisely and make the dopest project out of your life. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you know what? I completely forgot to even mention this too. I want to take just a quick minute. I did it on the Lumen interview, but since it's still the day of, I do want to just say rest in peace to China. Amazing rapper from what was it, Philadelphia, 26-year-old man.
Yeah. China.
Yeah, China. She was like. Friends with pretty much everybody. Like Kehlani even said rest in peace. She dated Dash for so long. And, the zombies, said, gave their condolences. Everybody's, like, saying it. So it's, like, it's kind of weird and how impactful she was in many others' lives. Yeah.
Wow. Like, and it makes me just very, like, blown away that I say that I didn't hear of her, but I'm very sorry for her. The loss of everybody that we said China.
Yeah.
Man, like that's nothing to play with. So like much respect to China.
Yeah, absolutely. Like honestly, this year alone is kind of weird. Like, of course, nothing really like positive kind of happened this year. I'm not gonna like beat around the bush about that. But like we've been losing a lot of people. Like we lost Mac P from Shoreline. We lost Lexi Alage, or damn, I can't say her last name. Yeah. But it's like we've lost 3 young people this year alone.
Yeah. Man, like may his soul rest in peace too, man. Like I've always said this, and I don't mean this in a negative light, but I also feel like it's the responsibility of myself to just be honest. There's a lot of things that come with street life and street music, and like what you say, and unfortunately, like, I don't know, like, what had happened. I have no say, like, because I don't know, and, like, it's just sad that it has to be that way, like, violence and it sucks. It sucks that like a lot of lives are being lost because either jealousy, people don't know how to value themselves, so they're jealous. Like whether if it's like street gang shit, like when Jay Z said it best, like you're fighting over a neighborhood that the government can take you out of whenever they want. It's not really like anybody's. There's like a lot of things going on, but it's just sad to see so many lives gone. So I hear you on that for sure. Like I hear you.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because it's the internet and we have more access to receive this kind of information, or is this it's just like a bad time for anyone around our age? Because Nipsey was like in his early 30s when he passed. Mac was in his 20s. Like we have all these different young people, especially artists in general, like really passing.
Yeah.
So it's like it seems like are we gonna like say rest in peace to like an OG like from old age?
Yeah, man. Like honestly, I'm just like shout out to the homie Tumex. He was going through some hard times, and just by seeing the IG lives and just seeing his IG was just like just making me be grateful for life and for every time I wake up for everything because it's nobody on this planet is invincible. Like there's always a time limit to everything and to everyone. So for him to get healthier after like him like revisiting the hospital and just kind of just fighting and just like it just makes me realize like wow, like I still have this, I still have like arms and legs, like just be like super grateful for like all the little shit, like all the little shit in life.
Absolutely.
Instead of being sad because I don't have a Lamborghini and shit, like
yeah,
like just be super happy being simple and shit.
Yeah, it really is, man. Well, like my intro, I don't have an outro either. But I do go by Tony Oddball. This is an odd conversation here with a very special guest.
What up? I go by the name of Endz, locally grown collective in this biatch.
All right, man. Well, definitely, I plan on we will be in contact a lot more soon. So.
All right, bro. Stay up. Peace.
Take care, man.